Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan me generals. How are you all doing today? I hope you're feeling good, you're looking good, and you're taking that time to recognize you and love on you and take care of you. Okay, yes, honey. So, for today's podcast, the card that I pulled was every best friend have a best friend. So the Jamaican proverb for today is every best friend have a best friend. Okay? So be mindful that friendships, have other friendships, and sometimes those discussions can take place with others. So I just kind of had a little fiddle with the cards, and the Two of Cups came out. But because it came out, it made me see the card in a different light. Almost like, okay, we're going to, because the card represents like two people coming together. Again, doesn't matter what gender. Okay, two people coming together and kind of exchanging their cup. So you give me your cup and I give you my cup. But I feel in essence could be almost like every best friend have a best friend, that this could then almost look like people could be gossiping and going, okay, what do you know about this person? Let me in to the knowledge that you know about this person, and then I will give you this knowledge as well. Okay, so we're gonna look into this because I feel like this could really resonate with the collective. This could really resonate with maybe people who might be going through this or have experienced things like this. Okay, whether it could be in the past or in the present. So let's get into it. So you know what we do around here. Okay, I saw it go. I saw it go. That simply means that's how it goes. So I hope you have a nice cup of tea, some snacks, whether it's some biscuits, some sweets, you know, anything that you can just, or some like fruit or nuts or anything like that, as you just chill, relax, as we get into the messages, and may you the messages that you receive, see them as gems that you can use to strengthen your intuition, okay, and to support you on your own spiritual growth journey, okay? All right. So, how are you all doing? Yes, let's get into it. So, as the Two of Cups came out, okay, yes, it's kind of made me see Two of Cups in a different light, because the Two of Cups really represents love, coming together, that soulmate energy. But in the fact that it came out, it kind of also showed like, okay, this is how things could appear like it's love. Actually, we'll keep the card there. It may appear like something is a loving relationship, but there could be an agenda, agenda behind it. Okay, so yes, and we did have the Seven of Pentacles at the front, and at the back you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like it's telling us more that, sometimes it could be sometimes we have to be mindful of, like, who we call friends and who we maybe associate with, because maybe it could be for monetary gain, it could be what they're looking out for, or they have their own agenda, and maybe you're going in, let's say you essentially might be yourself who might be going through it and thinking, right, you know with your, maybe the type of person you are, you try to seek friends that are loving and caring, things like that. But then you might have found maybe in the past that your loving nature was abused by people may who've had their own agenda. So we'll get into it, and we'll just kind of like just pull out a few cards and see what you know, why is this? Because this message came out, and I feel like this is a message that's really trying to resonate with some of the collective who may have been experienced this, okay, or have experienced this in the past. So what else can we learn from this experience? Every best friend have a best friend. Oops, some of them need thing. What can we learn from this, Spirit? What can we learn? Just do a little bit of a shuffle because they need a bit of a... What can we learn from this? Forgive me, I'm not the best shuffler. But the messages come out, okay? So we've got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. And I've got, again, a little itch. And maybe someone might be feeling a bit sore or feeling a bit for this to come out. But with the Five of Cups, I feel like there has been heartache. There has been some pain around friendships. And it could also be like the mourning of the loss of a friendship that you have maybe have valued, and the fact that you have really kind of poured into your time and your energy, and then not got back that same investment in return, or you realized, wow, what I would have done, I would have put all this time and energy into helping you, and when it came to when I was in my time of need, where was you? Where was you? And I feel like I'm also getting like right message, wrong messenger. Like maybe those times where you really wanted someone to kind of, tell you what you needed to hear, and essentially they told you what you need. They might have told you what you needed to hear, but at the same time, it was the wrong messenger because of their actions and their behaviors, and so that impacted on how you received the information, because you later finding out, hold up a minute, you wasn't genuine in the first place, and it's made you feel away. But I feel like with the Five of Cups being here, the Five of Cups is a reminder that what you have lost, you still have too. So whether it could be a sense of like maybe, see it as not the quantity, but rather seeing it as the quality, and that you can learn from this, and learning that, there are some people that come into our life that they may come for the season, they may come for the cycle, they may be there when everything is right as rain, everything is good, you're on the up, you're feeling good about yourself, you just, everything is looking like, feeling good, like everything seems to be going well. But it's those times when you might start to see, the cracks starting to form. You're starting to see, hold up a minute, when I'm on my up and I seem to be doing well, you're around me. But those times, like let's see these Five of Cups of energy, Five of Cups energy, when maybe things ain't going so well, there's been some conflict in your life and you're overcoming that. Where are they? And I feel like that's the question you may have asked yourself, was like, whenever it was them and they needed something, it could be like maybe moving out of their house and they needed help, or they would call on you, and you would get up different times in the morning or whatever it is to be the first one there. And then when you're realizing, oh, what's going on? Or maybe you've confided in that person, and then only to realize your information was then exposed, was then shared, without your consent, or realizing that they wasn't as genuine as you had hoped or you had thought, okay? But I see it as the Two of Cups being here, and the fact that we've got Two of Cups here, like, even though, because again, the fact the Two of Cups came out originally when looking at this. Yeah, I've never seen the Two of Cups come out in this way to kind of show a kind of almost like a kind of a manipulative way. But then I can see this is how maybe, for instance, people, let's say someone may come across as like they are a caring or a genuine person, but to kind of get something, but then to use their kindness to try and to gain information or to gain info, whether it's monetary gain or whether it's just to try and gain access or to essentially it's like to find the dirt, to find where someone keeps their skeletons. We did have a podcast on that, so if you haven't, do have a listen on that episode as well, okay, because it does interlink. But it's really, recognizing, like, I feel like this is kind of telling us is to really tune in and recognize the type of person that you are, and recognizing who you want to be, and really taking that time to just love on yourself and just know that, if there's been any wrongs that's been done against you by a friend that you trusted or in the past, or you really admired or loved and you had lots of good times with them, but then realizing that the situation wasn't real, it wasn't genuine, coming to terms with that, but not beating yourself down about it, really kind of saying, I'm going to take this time to heal. I'm going to take this time to overcome it. Because remember, it's about being mindful, friendships. People might be having discussions with others, recognizing, like, is this person really who they are, who they say they are? Are there any things within me that maybe I have overlooked, in terms of maybe where there's red flags? It's the same way how we look at red flags in a relationship or a start of relationship. Was there any red flags that you overlooked because you may have had to kind of, you wanted to see the good in everybody? You might have had that sun energy, let's say that sun energy of that, you just wanted to see the good in everybody, that to the point that you overlooked those kind of shady or maybe shady comments or kind of like shady behavior that you thought, but you overlooked it, thinking, well, we seem to do a lot of things together, we go out and things like that. But then maybe later down the line you realize, they used to say some mean things, or some like shady comments, but you overlooked it because you thought, well, we get on so much, you overlooked it. So let's see what else comes out. Ooh, yes, Three of Cups. So exactly, this is what I'm saying. It's like with the Three of Cups coming out, there may have been times of periods where you've really enjoyed yourself, you've enjoyed one another's company. But again, there could be a third party in this situation. Look at this. Every best friend have a best friend, a third party. So when you're thinking essentially that there is one person there, or you're talking, there could be unfortunately, multiple other people. So it's kind of really like being mindful of that maybe, you might have come across this where you thought that you was really, confiding with somebody that you could really trust, but really there could have been someone there. Or if there's a case of like, let's say if this is in regards to a loving relationship, maybe there could have been some kind of like cheating or something going on where it's kind of like dishonesty going on. I'm getting for some, this may not apply to everyone, but maybe some, there may have been when, you was confiding in your friend, maybe that, that particular friend may have been confiding in your love partner and could have been having a relationship with your love partner, and you kind of essentially under your nose, and the feeling, the thought of the betrayal that came from that situation. So I feel like, yes, this could also be like the morning of those good times, having really like good times that you had with your friends or the friend from the past, but recognizing that when you were on your up, they were there. They were there. They were there for your ups. They were there. But I'm not seeing, were they there for your downs? Because here you're in this is the really the core energy of what was going on, like they were there and they weren't there. And it's kind of the sadness from that is you were recognizing that, you know, this wasn't genuine, this wasn't real, and it's you having to overcome from this and heal from it. But then I feel like there's also knowing that they just go back and just do it, and it could be just even unfortunately maybe someone who just has maybe issues with trauma, some abandonment issues, and it may be just a pattern that they do, that they just continue, almost like really, not really showing who they really are, or if they, whoever gets close to them to the point that they're gonna get to know who they truly are, their true authenticity, they kind of quickly cut the relationship, so you never really get to know who they fully are. Or when you do get to even get an ounce, it's to kind of make it come to a kind of a quick abrupt, like a quick, just to the point that you don't even know what it is, and you start questioning, did I do something wrong? What did I do? Because I don't understand what was going on. Okay, so right, I'm just going to have a quick, because some of the cards are all misplaced. But yes, have a nice cup and have a nice tip on your tea. I've got chamomile tea. What are you drinking? Let us know. Put it in the comments. But I hope you are enjoying this read so far. Okay. We've got the, can see the 7 of Wands came out. And again, that could also represent that frustration energy, trying to like defend, because maybe you're recognizing things and you've seen it, or people might have seen things around you and questioned, like, is this person really genuine? Are they really there? Like, what's going on? Maybe recognizing that how is information being leaked or being released about you? Why is this going on? And again, maybe just overlooking and not recognizing what it really is, what's really going on in here. Okay, what else do you want the collective to know? Yes, look at that. Look at that. The 5 of Pentacles is out, and the 5 of Pentacles essentially is that you being out left in the cold. Abandonment. You being left out in the cold. You being left. But I feel like it falling out it's telling us to, like, be mindful, because I feel like not only does this maybe impacted on how your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-image, but it could have also impacted on your ability to trust others, and letting people in, because maybe this person had struggled with letting people in. So rather than letting people in, it's more like the more they try to get to know you. And I feel like it could have also been something to do with like childhood trauma. I'm getting like maybe someone who has traveled, or didn't really have a settled space during their childhood, that it could have impacted on their ability to make friends. And so how they may have gone about making friends could be to kind of create stories or tell lies, and to gossip about others, so they can then gain perhaps validation, or for people to be liked by others. But I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, it's also a reminder to tell us, look, you know, this is how you was feeling, but it's okay. You know, you can come out of this energy. And I'm also feeling like maybe if someone's got maybe may have like any also, because you've got this figure as well who may be like who may be struggling to walk, or they may have kind of also played vulnerable to people who may have a disability, and that may have I may kind of maybe struggle to kind of to go out and really meet new people. But I feel like it's also saying just to be mindful, you know, that unfortunately, there are people out there that may try to use different opportunities or different ways to kind of lure themselves in to kind of build rapport, to build trust and love, and really recognizing that, you know, just in the previous episode that we had about scammers, same way how you can get not just scammers who just try to come for monetary gain, like what's going on, you know, let's say the example of the Five of Pentacles, you have these people who are left outside, and when really if they just look at this place here, they could then find somewhere where it's warm and things like that. It's just same with the scammers, that you can get people who try to like who come in like, let's say the tarot, kind of like psychic arena, or let alone influencers, anything where they can just find any opportunity to try and scam and exploit. Unfortunately, you can get the same when it comes to people trying to maybe become friends with somebody that they know that can maybe get them into a position or a role, or into a friend of a friend of a friend, or know somebody that knows someone that can maybe get them to where they want to be, and then play us essentially this kind of character where they are this kind of they are like down to earth, this your friend and everything, and only to later realize that this person had an agenda the whole time. Okay, so, and again, this is why I was like, because when the Two of Cups came out, I wish the camera was on when it came out, but when it came out, it was like, I've never seen it in this position, in this position before, where it can then be used to then manipulate. But essentially, you know, yes, it's a card that represents love, togetherness, soulmate energy, you know, the two, you know, like coming together, whether it's like a twin flame, you know. The twin flame is all about, you know, like essentially it's kind of like one soul, but they've been split it's been split into two. So essentially that person matches your energy, you match them, and they're coming together, you know. But the idea is that with the twin flame, that they may need to go and find their own kind of, essentially go and complete their inner work, go and complete their own like any kind of karmic or any kind of things that they need to do, and so that they can come back together. So that's essentially what the twin flame is. But yes, I feel like so that's what the twin flame is. But essentially, like in this situation, when it comes to the Two of Cups, it's about love. But I guess, you know, just like how we talk about, you know, in terms of like scammers can be in all different types of like fields, you know, whether it is like people have talked about like the Tinder swindler, even in the like the tarot and psychic kind of community, or just see, even from door to door, like people can try to, mask and pretend to be somebody that they're not, and again, almost create a persona that they are this person when really they are not. And unfortunately, when it comes to a love as well, like wanting to be vulnerable, being open to vulnerability, being open to wanting to be real, and really recognize, you wanting to kind of be open to like true authenticity. It's also taking that time to recognize real, recognizing real, trusting your intuition, using your discernment. If you're getting like any red flags, or a message that's coming again, the right message, the wrong messenger. So maybe something, maybe someone, maybe in your circle that could be talking to you, and you're thinking, why are they always coming up with some shady comments or saying some shady things? Even if maybe the message might be something you need to hear, but it's who is it coming from? Like, are they coming with a fixed agenda, or are they really kind of talking because, or saying what you need to hear because you need to hear it, and it's for your own good, or it's for your good. Essentially it's for your good, but it's coming from a place of love, or is it coming from a place where there is a fixed agenda, and there's this way of thinking? So I feel like really taking that initiative, like again with the Knight of Swords, to recognize it. And I feel like we've got the Two of Wands in reverse at the front of the deck, and behind the deck we have the Four of Swords. So let's put that here, because I feel like these are quite important for us to see. I feel like the Two of Wands is essentially telling us we need to recognize when something doesn't look like it's something that we should be exploring, to stop it. So if you are recognizing maybe of notice, maybe there has been some gossiping going on, there has been some talking, don't continue to feed. Once you're starting to get an inkling and you're feeling like something's not right, trust your intuition, trust your discernment. Use your discernment. Go, like, tap into that energy more, tap into you feeling like how your body feels, recognizing how your body feels, reckon how you feel. Like, if you walk into a room, you know how they say you can cut the knife, you can cut the tension with a knife. It's the same way. It's about recognizing, how does your body feel, or just in general, how do your body, your spirit, your energy feels when you're around certain people? Do they make you feel like, give you the glow up? You're a whole vibe and a bag of chips, okay, honey? You're a whole vibe and a bag of chips. But when you are around people like that, or around people that you might have felt like, you don't know if they're possible, let's say a Judas, or someone who you don't really trust, or you may have had experiences to make you then feel like, well, this is why I shouldn't trust you. How does it make you feel in that situation? Do you get like maybe like a tingle? Do you get maybe a feeling in your stomach? What happens to maybe your throat chakra or your mind? Do you kind of get like this kind of, you might not be able to explain it, and again, it's just like growing up as well, that was something that was very common to hear. Like, Jamaican elders will say, oh, my spirit never take him. Me not like this person, my spirit never take him. And him really just means he or she. Yeah, it just him. So it just means him, I am. It's like, yeah, my spirit never took him. I guess it was like a shortened way of saying he or she, but it's like, yeah, something, it's like you can't really explain why you feel like that when you are around that person, but it's your intuition is triggered, it's kind of triggered your intuition to say, I don't like this person, or not to say I don't necessarily like the person, but I don't know the person to not like them, but something is, I'm getting a vibe from their energy or how they're coming across that's making me feel like I need to trust what my intuition is telling me. My intuition is probably telling me that there's a red flag somewhere, that even though if it's not visible to the eye, the spirit is able to see it and recognize it. Yeah. So recognize if someone is saying something that is out of turn or thinking out of place, and you're thinking, yeah, it might be a good message, but what's your agenda? Again, right message, wrong messenger. So checking is, does this person really have you? And here, with the Five of Cups, this is a no, because you've come across or have dealt with people who, were not genuine, and that has impacted on you, that has impacted on how you feel as a person. And if anything, has you've had to kind of learn, you've had to adapt, you've had to grow, you've had to heal from this. And I feel like it's also made you realize, wow, and it's sometimes it could also maybe expose things in us that we need to work on as well, whether it could be maybe some abandonment issues, it could be some previous trauma, maybe the feeling to feel or the need to be validated, that maybe we were so focused on these three cups that were spilt, they were spoilt, they were gone, yeah, the milk gone bad, that we never recognized what we had here the whole time, and was essentially not pouring into those good quality friends. Could be just we have good quality friends around us, but didn't recognize and was pouring into other people. And if anything, given the friends that we knew, it's almost like we knew that those friends were the ones that we could rely on, but we gave them more of a hard time than the ones that actually, well, we felt like, well, they weren't really great, but they were, maybe just chasing the dream as well. So we chased the dream with them. We can go out and have fun with them. So, like the Three of Cups, go and party, go and do, go and do, like, have fun times. But when it came down to, like, the real nitty gritty, real kind of being there for one another, when there wasn't any, like, let's say drink or alcohol or any kind of fun involved, this is when the Five of Pentacles comes out. They're nowhere to be seen. Where are they? That's the question again that raises again. Where are they? Are they are they gone somewhere gossiping about your business? Are they gone, sharing information? What are they doing? Because, I feel like with the Four of Swords, like the Four of Swords is like that reminder to, who these people are around you, and may have known or come across or experienced them, and recognizing, look, taking that time to heal, work on yourself, gives you the clarity. You might even get the thought while you're lying in bed or while you're resting, go, oh my gosh, like, this whole time, why didn't I see this the whole time? Let me just stop. You could even, maybe you got a call saying, oh, you want to go out somewhere, and you say, you know what, I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to keep my head down with the Two of Wands here. I'm not even going to explore this. I'm not even going to let it blossom, because now I see what it is. Now I see it for what it is. And again, when you're and I feel like as well, when you're kind of going through your own spiritual connection, or you're wanting to, like, awaken yourself, develop, again, evolve, we're all multifaceted, you may start to, go through this process of where you really want to filter who's in your life, just like how we just release what's no longer serving you. It's also that process of releasing people that are no longer, maybe what was good, as they say, what was good then may not necessarily be what's good now. So if let's say maybe yes, when you was in your younger years, you was all about that party life, you was all about going out, having fun, and just not even caring about tomorrow. Whereas now you might have been like, as you get older, maturer, wiser, you now like, look, right, no, I want to have quality, over quantity. I don't want to just say, oh yeah, I have a bag of friends, a bag of friends. Like, oh yeah, I've got 10, 20, 30, 40 people. But really, deep down, who are those friends? Who are the ones that you by the pick up of a phone call, they will be there running, no matter where they are in the world. If they can't come there, they will try and see how they can come and try to support you. Whether it's on the phone, whether it's on, on the video, I can think of Anita Baker right now, of her song. I don't know I don't know how I don't know how to get there, or just I'll get there as I can, something like that. But those people, and it's the same with how those people. I feel like the Spirit is asking you to tune into those people that that won't do that. Yeah. And so you're recognizing real. But then as well, the more authentic you become in yourself, the more authentic, and authentic energy that you tapping into your own authenticity, that will shine through. And so in essence, that helps you to filter out who's serious and who isn't. Same way again, when you're pursuing a romantic relationship, the more authentic you become with yourself and recognizing this is who I am. This is my boundaries. This is what self-respect looks like to me. This is what love looks like to me. This is what self-esteem and self-image looks like to me. This is what maintenance of my self-love, self-image, using affirmations, talking positively looks like to me. The more, this is, and saying to yourself, the more you recognize what that looks like to you, and you have a clear picture of what clarity, what peace looks like to Pete. Thank you. The word came out. What peace looks like to you. When you recognize what peace looks like to you, hey, hey. When you recognize what peace looks like to you, this is like the mic drop. That is a natural filter. It is a natural filter. Yeah? It's a natural filter. Because you now recognize what peace looks like to you. If your peace is all about being still, if your peace is all about being calm, and you are focused on you recognize the importance of your thoughts and your feelings combined, and looking after yourself and seeing yourself as a wholesome being, yeah, it's a natural filter. You then pouring into your cup, those 2 cups there, pouring into that cup, working on that cup, building on that cup, finding your peace, finding your inner peace, recognizing, yes, you might have people around you that, yes, they might be the gossipers, like to spread gossip, and tend to be the ones as well that never want to go and talk about their business. Their business is never known. They want to go and know about what other people's business and what's going on, and wants to know, oh, what's that? And if anything, oh, no, yeah, my thing's good. They won't even really go into what's going on in their life. You recognize that, but you don't even have to engage in that energy, because when you're now attuned to say, right, you know what, I've been there, I've done that. Now I want to just focus on myself. I want to heal. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to develop. I want to evolve. I want to transform. You then tell the universe, okay, I'm ready. And when you're saying you're ready to get that inner peace, honey, yeah, honey, you're mindful of friendships and people who can gossip and, or I want to say rare, blah, blah. Go around just gossiping and talking people's business and all this. Because now you're now attuned to what it is that's important to you. You don't need to seek the validation of other people. You can be at peace with yourself, be at peace with your own company, be at peace with you and your true authenticity, whether that looks like you, no makeup on, you in your fresh skin, no makeup on, and just you bearing and looking at yourself in the mirror, just bearing just your true self and loving what you see in front of the mirror, loving who you are, loving what you stand for, loving your own desires, your own ambitions, your goals, loving the qualities you bring to the world, loving the talents you bring to the world. You are amazing. And the more you recognize that you are amazing, doors open for you, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whether it's romantically, yeah, emotionally, socially. Doors will open. And the more you believe and the more you tap into that energy, honey, all of this will go away. You won't feel like this anymore. You won't feel this energy of feeling like you've been abandoned, you've been left alone, you feel like you're not good enough, you're unworthy. No, honey, you are worthy. And let me tell you this today, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are loved. And as a collective, as the Wagwan Tara Anti Collective, we love you. We love you. Yes, darling, we love you. So tap into that. Believe in that. Yes, there's people around that sometimes they can come like they are your friend or want to try and take or get something from you, But trust your intuition. When your intuition kicks in and tells you something is not right, believe it. Okay? Believe it. And love on you. Pour that love. You see how you poured all that love in other people and where it didn't materialize or how you may have hoped? Pour that same love and energy into yourself and to people who genuinely care about you. Spend time with them. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with others that truly love you. And those who really love you and really have, will, at a drop of a hat, will come and reach out and come look for you. Take that time to really show love to one another, okay? And to yourself, but most importantly, to yourself. Wow. So we're going to pull out one card as our last kind of card just to close the podcast message for today. Can we have one card? Oh, they're all over the place. One card, please. Oh, yes, Six of Swords came out. I love the Six of, because the Six of Swords is really usually comes out when it says, okay, to close the message. But I see it as like, yes, it's to close the message, but it's also to say, look, once you come to that place of you recognizing yourself, loving on yourself, your true love, you seeing yourself as your own true love, and seeing yourself as an amazing being you are. Yes, you are amazing. I told you, you're a whole vibe and a bag of chips. Yes, you're a whole vibe. You're a whole vibe. your whole vibe. Hey, yes, you are. You move away from seeking the validation and seeking this tap in this and being in this energy and being in this state of the Five of Cups, which is all about you feeling sad about your feeling sad, mourning like you're not good enough, you're not worthy. No, we're letting go of that. Bye. See ya. See ya. See ya. Yes. Bye. See ya. We're done with that. We're done with that. You hear that? We're done with that. And believe in yourself. Yes, there might be people, honey, around you that might have not always been a good friend or not genuine, or may have tried to come and to try and pull, to try and, take and pillage as much as they can. But you, once you recognize what true peace looks like for you, and recognizing your own self-worth, your own taking time to really build on your self-love and see that self-love, peace, healthy boundaries are all part of you showing love to yourself and showing respect, uttermost respect, and valuing yourself as a king or a queen. Yeah? Or king and queen, tapping into your feminine, your divine feminine, as well as your divine masculine energy, because we both have it. And loving on both sides, making sure you pour into yourself just as much as you pour into your other people. You understand? Making sure you're pouring that energy, because this is what was not going on here. In the Five of Cups, you got 3 cups spilt, and you are on the floor. All of the joy, all of everything is gone, and there's 2 that's been left. Pour into yourself. Pour that love into yourself. Yes, darling. Yes, honey. I remember, we love you, and use that energy to help uplift you and recognize that you've got this. You've got this. And you know what? As there's a saying, what don't kill you makes you stronger. But in this sense, this makes you stronger, because now you taking that time to really show that love and really appreciate who you really are. Okay? And we love you. Remember, your whole vibe and a bag of chips. Yes. Yes. So walk good, look good, feel good, and recognize real. Because really recognize real. And trust your intuition, because your intuition never lie. Real talk. Oh, woo. So, we'll leave it there. But remember, look after yourself, love on you, look good, feel good, and I'll see you on the next podcast. Stay blessed. Wagwan.